Nothing to worry. That will show your attendance actually. Means truly whether you are present or only your mobile is present for lecture, that we can understand. For that live attendance, actual attendance, active attendance is important for me. And how can I know whether your attendance is active or not? How you reply? In text box you reply or you talk? That I'll come to know. And only having attendance, so by mobile attendance have no meaning here. And I understand that every student may not be with the sufficient network, or may some issues are there, some problems will be there. For my lecture, there's no solution of remaining absent. You have to remain present. Maybe for live lecture or recorded lectures will be there, and that recorded lecture at least you have to go through and you have to complete assignment. Assignment completion is a way by which I will come to know how you are working. So only that you are saying yes, we are working, we are studying, has no issue. Actual work is important for me. Yes, almost 18 students are here, and I am asking to you which point you like to ask, which question you like to ask, which point you like to open up for the discussion. I am ready here to spend my first lecture for general discussion.
Sir, F.Y.B.Sc nomenclature.
Yeah, Prathamesh has a doubt about F.Y.B.Sc nomenclature. See, out of 18, only one student, Prathamesh, Prathamly talk. It's a very good Prathamesh. I'm happy to know you. But it needs courage, student. Whatever the task Prathamesh did is not easy. He has raised the question. But this question was not only for Prathamesh. This question is for each and every student present in the class. If you have any objection about my discussion, about my communication, if I am not clear-cut in my communication, then also you can ask, then also you can suggest. See, in my lecture, don't keep that, okay, a teacher is there and you are the student, is only you have to attend, only you have to listen. No, you have to interact. You also have to talk. You also can clearly say, not clear. Whatever I said is not clear. You have that right to say. I will not feel any bad about that. Contrary to that, I will be most happy that my student is talking, my student is communicating, my student is human being, my student is straightforward, my student is clear-cut. Clarity is there in my student. I want clarity. As like Prathamesh asked the question, no problem. Question was with no boundary. Any question you were supposed to ask, but I am waiting for the questions from others. If no question, then say no question. I want to know your group. I want to know your class. How is it? Prathamesh, I am coming to your question. Wait.
Sir, please explain about organic chemistry.
Okay. Vaibhavi is asking again organic chemistry. I hope that Prathamesh also is asking F.Y.B.Sc nomenclature regarding organic chemistry, because inorganic chemistry also remains with the F.Y.B.Sc nomenclature. Yes, Vaibhavi is saying that organic chemistry where I need to discuss. So student, I share one screen to you. I am coming to everyone. I want reply from every student, then only I will proceed to answer the questions. The first question that I found regarding F.Y.B.Sc system or nomenclature. Second question is asked regarding the organic chemistry. Question is not very clear cut, but I'll come to that. But very brilliant attempt is there, about which she wants explanation. Maybe organic chemistry is difficult to her, or maybe organic chemistry is very interesting to her, or maybe she wants to know how to study organic chemistry. Maybe she wants to know what the scope of organic chemistry. Likewise, the many issues may be there, many aspects may be there. Okay, I'll cover that. But I want to know the other questions. Yes, students. Vaibhavi and Prathamesh, these are the two brilliant students as the question. Shardul is asking the question regarding redox reaction. Okay, Sanika I think already has asked the question. I forgot. Sorry, Sanika. Amines. Sanika wants to know about amines. Okay, 2 times she has asked the question. And Shardul is asking question regarding redox reactions. Amines. Okay, may possible that a few amongst you are studying the NEET examination or other competitive examination you are preparing. Nothing wrong here. Everything is fine. Shardul redox, Sanika, okay, I took her question. Tana is asking regarding polymerization. Okay, see how variety of students you are. Very brilliant, brilliant. Yes. Manthan is asking about hybridization. Okay, sp3, sp2 and sp. And Mayur is asking to me, organic chemistry is hard or difficult? Okay, I take the first question of the Manthan. You want to know about the hybridization. Next question, organic chemistry related only is there, but it is hard or easy. Is it easy or difficult? Likewise, the question is there. Let me see the other questions. Sanika is asking the question regarding green chemistry. Shardul wants to know according to acceptance and loss of electron. No, Shardul, I am not getting your question clearly. According to acceptance and loss of electron. Okay. About the electrons, maybe Shardul wants to ask the question. Electron lose or gain means what that exactly is. Vaibhavi wants to ask the question about coordinate compounds. Yes, only these many questions. See, 17 students are there and I am getting only 10 questions. It's not fair. If you don't have question, say there no question. Okay, Namrata is the question, oxidation state. See, if I had not represented anybody's question, then also bring it to the notice. Because what happens when I write it on the board, at that time I go on the other window and your chart window is different here. Okay, Sridhar wants to ask question about electrochemistry. Oh, very good. How brilliant students you are. You are curious. It's a sign that you want to know. After electrochemistry, Shadru wants to know about the redox reaction according to accept and lose electron. Yeah. That I consider. I consider electron loss and gain. Bhupesh want to ask question chlorination. Okay, different reactions you are asking. Prathamesh again wants to ask a question. Alcohol, phenol and ether. Prathamesh, I had taken I think one question already. No, I take your question later on. I want to count the number of students. I'll come to that. You are free to ask. Gandhar wants to ask a question. Periodic table and elements. How to remember? That's the question. 14. See, number of students here are 16, but I am getting only 14 questions. Yes, had I not taken any student's question, at least one question I want, and only one question. For example, Prathamesh has asked the 2 questions, but I mentioned there only one question. Who has not asked? Yes, Shilpa, what's your question? Okay, Shilpa is saying she has no question. Okay, fine. So 15 question is no question. It's also question actually. Why don't you get question? That's also question. You have to ask question. You have to think in that way. Yes, Shilpa, are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, such one more student may be there. Who is he or she who has not asked the question? Yes, who has not asked me the question till now? Bhupesh. Yes, Chitraksha. Okay, Chitraksha I think joined just now. Chitraksha, do you have any question now just going on regarding chemistry, regarding any other aspects? Any question that you are at this moment? Chitraksha, I am asking to you. Gandhar, Kalpesh, Manthan. Mayuri, have you asked the question? Yes, what's your question, Mayuri? Yes, Pari, what's your question? Pari also I think had not asked the question. Okay. Yes, I got Mayuri. Okay. Yeah, Mayuri asked the question. You wanted to know about organic chemistry, hard or easy. Okay, 2 Sanikas are here. Sanika Patkar, have you asked the question?
Sir. Yes,
what's
sir.
your question?
Green chemistry, explain.
Okay. About green chemistry. Tejas, did you ask the question?
No, sir.
Yes or no, Tejas? Yes, Pari has left. Okay. Tejas, what's your question? If no question, then say no question, no problem. Okay. Tejas has left the meeting. Okay, no problem. See, maybe the network issue. I think Tejas has not asked the question. I want a clarity from your side, students. If you have no question, then you can say clearly there is a no question. As like here I am getting. She could not understand now which question to ask. Yes, right. She is honest. And if you are not revealing what you are, then you are not honest. I want here honest students. So I am asking to everyone now. Is my expectation, first only expectation, I want human beings, I want honest students. Have a clarity. If no concept clear, no problem. If clear, then also you can say accordingly, or you can answer questions. But you have to say, you have to reveal, you have to talk, you have to chat there. Is my expectation wrong, students? I want 16 replies now. Is my expectation wrong?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, other students are in the chat box. Okay, very good. Still all have not answered, but 70% students have answered there. Good, but still 30. My concern is regarding those 30% students who are not attempting to answer. Okay, other students are answering in the chat box. Okay, nearly all you have answered there. Very good, students. This rapport, this tendency You have to keep it up. Now, what are the questions you have asked? Is a diverse field. Too many questions you ask. But I told you I will discuss those questions. So shortly I will discuss, and then in detail whenever we get the opportunity, at that time detailed discussion we will do. And I will go by the questions which are coming sequentially. Is it clear? Shall we proceed now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good, very good. I want such
Yes, sir.
enthusiasm. Yes. The first question is regarding IUPAC nomenclature. Question is not very perfect, but shortly I inform to you, in order not to have the ambiguity in the pronunciation, in calling the chemical, understanding the chemical, IUPAC, it's a system, it's a committee, it's an international union for pure and applied chemistry. Even in future, if you go for application of chemistry, pharmaceutical field is widely involves chemistry. Wide applications are there. Too many chemicals are there. In order not to have ambiguity, we use the suggestions by this international committee. And the names which we pronounce, those we say as IUPAC names. Now these IUPAC names for organic chemistry remains with the few rules. Everywhere, even if you come to inorganic chemistry also, there remains rules for the IUPAC nomenclature. Where problem comes, without going through those rules, and most important thing, practicing the naming of the various compounds, means structure is given and you have to label, and label is given, name is given in word, structure you have to represent. It is called practice. Unless and until you do practice, IUPAC nomenclature will be tough task for you. Only solution to study IUPAC nomenclature is a practice to draw the structure from the name, and if structure is given, writing the correct name. And once you practice, it's an enjoyable thing actually. Once you practice, then you will feel that you are learning something, you are understanding something. Actually, learning is a very interesting process. But directly, suppose if you go, that happens for the 90% student, they read the IUPAC nomenclature rules and they expect that automatically they should know to write the name for the structure, or if name is given, they should able to write the structure. That automaticity never comes. It will come only if you practice. So about IUPAC nomenclature, I am not here to discuss any nomenclature. Maybe the nomenclature for alcohol, nomenclature for amines, nomenclature for acids, nomenclature for heterocyclic compounds, pericyclic compounds. I am not discussing anything, or even coordination compounds. Only just I am telling that IUPAC nomenclature, if you have to study, then only one way is there. What is that way? Practice. IUPAC nomenclature is not an issue where you can only read and you will feel, okay, I understood. So here practical approach is very important. Practice is very important. Is it clear? I think Prathamesh has asked this question.
Okay, sir.
Yes, who
I'm
was
in
this
practice.
question? Prathamesh, partly I think I might have answered. That, but you have to work on that. Detail will discuss because too many questions are there and I have to cover in that stipulated time. Therefore, just I'm covering those things. So solution I had given to you. Every problem remains with the solution, rather than you can say first remains solution, then the problem comes. And chemistry people always work with solutions. So be free to ask the questions. You are very free and you ask the questions. I'm happy to know you all. So because of shortage of time, I'm not going in what detail. Second question is regarding the organic chemistry, which is one of the interesting chemistry, but interesting remains a doubt. How to get the interest in the organic chemistry, or how to study the organic chemistry? Regarding that, the question may be, actually organic chemistry deals with the carbon, that's one element, and compounds from that element, that's the carbon. In periodic table, 118 elements are there. Out of that, the one or few elements about which a lot of studies there, and applicability is there everywhere in organic chemistry. Even if you see a blood in our body, that blood possesses that hemoglobin, heme group that we say, but iron is there, but iron gets surrounded by means of porphyrin rings. What are those porphyrin rings? Organic chemistry. If you take a chlorophyll. Because of that, we can say life is there. What did chlorophyll possesses? Magnesium as one other element, but around that magnesium, what is there? Porphyrin rings, organic groups are there, organic compounds are there. So you see here and there, many where you will find the organic compounds. It's a very, very vast and mostly applied chemistry. But while studying this organic chemistry, when too many compounds come, too many reactions come, student gets wobble. Students do not understand. Is it a chemistry? Can I develop interest in that? Because student knows chemistry has a scope, but student does not know how to study that a scope having subject. So while studying organic chemistry remains a problem. So another time we can have the general discussion regarding that about the creating interest or learning organic chemistry with what the interest. There is a one norm, there is a one pattern by which if we study, then organic chemistry is a beautiful chemistry. Organic chemistry is a very interesting chemistry. Again, here, if you want to develop the learnings of the organic chemistry, then important thing is patience. Organic chemistry is such a subject, at the beginning you may find it difficult, but after some time, automatically that whichever the fundas are not clear, no, will get clear. Don't at the beginning only expect everything should be what clear. Have patience, you will learn. In order to support my answer, I give you one assignment. You ask question to F.Y.B.Sc student or T.Y.B.Sc students or your seniors. As like now, just you have passed the 12th. You are finding organic chemistry is somewhat troublesome, is a boredom, or too many reactions are there, how to remember them, how to study that. Yes, that you are in the problem, it's a solution actually. You go on working to solve that problem, have a patience, go on studying, how to study, the technique I can give to you. As you go on studying, then you will find, oh, organic chemistry, how far away from me, it was very difficult for me. Now I am approaching towards organic chemistry, I am learning organic chemistry, I am grasping organic chemistry, I can apply the concepts in the organic chemistry, let it be the resonance, let it be the hyperconjugation, let it be the inductive effect. It's an application aspect. So when you go on talking with the organic chemistry will be your friend. And if you do not talk about organic chemistry, you talk with organic chemistry will be like an enemy. So talk more about organic chemistry. Have patience. You will learn organic chemistry better. Yes, who was with this question?
I'm Vaibhavi, sir.
Yes, Vaibhavi. Did you get the answer at least shortly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I move to the next point. See, students, I'm answering very shortly. Whenever we have the leisure time, no, we can have the discussion. Go on asking. I am here. My main role here is to motivate you, inspire you, guide you, mentor you, to show the proper direction. Then who will walk across that path? You will walk across the path. And believe me, if regularity or consistency, if you keep in your study, in your approach towards this work, academic work, step-wise progress, then in year, we say F.Y.B.Sc year, your progress will be considerably high. You will go way ahead than where you are now. But what is important? Patience and consistency. Okay, now the third question is regarding the amines. Actually, amines from the medicinal point of view or health point of view, we say proteins and all. Proteins after all are from what? The amines only. So this study of amine is very important one. And this study of amine, see here when NH2 grew, then primary, secondary, tertiary. Again I said, F.Y.B.Sc nomenclature, whatever the mental is necessary. Somewhere the organic chemistry studying what mental necessary, patience necessary, consistency necessary. If you follow that, then you will understand the study of the amines also. Comparatively, alcohol study is somewhat easy, means somewhat limited scope. Scope in the sense, scope is there more, but syllabus coverage. But for amines, large structures that you will find. And because of that, maybe at the beginning you will find amines is rather difficult. Nothing wrong here. Only you should know, if you want to study these amines, how the elements do behave. In case of amines, the main element, actually carbon is there. Organic chemistry means carbon will be there. Other than there is that one nitrogen. So how that nitrogen remains with? What is the valency of nitrogen? How many bonds that nitrogen can form? Suppose if dash means one other bond is there and NH2, then what can I say for that? If it is not, but two dashes are there and NH is there, what can I say for that? If three dash are there and N is there. What can be said for that? Why it is so? How charges are builded? Suppose if I write NH2 minus, then what? Here NH2 minus is not there, but here NH2 minus is there. It's a comparative study. So if you want to study the amines, then the best option is the comparative study, relative study. And again, IUPAC nomenclature also you should know. You have to talk with those molecules. You have to practice the writing of those molecules from, again, the name. Suppose if you know structure also you should be able to draw, and then many times coupling reactions occurs, condensation occurs, how they do come, and what will go out, why water will go out, why ammonia will go out. Those simple things are there. Actually, simple things are there. But at the beginning, you will find it is a very difficult one. It is like at the beginning when you were not knowing to ride a bike or the bicycle, you were with tension, you were with burden. Same kind of burden or tension you will find while studying these amines, alcohols, or various organic compounds, maybe aldehyde, ketones, related derivatives if you study, vast kind of reactions if you study, various reaction mechanisms if you study, you will find at the beginning. But once you go on practice, therefore I said here, if you see, observe the discussion that I did, I said the practical approach is what necessary here. You should be with the patience, you should be with the consistency, you should be with the comparative relative study, then you can understand these amines. Yes, who was with this question of amines?
Sanika Fale.
Yes, Sanika. Did you get at least partly answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Now let me go to the next point. Yeah, redox reaction. See, redox is a one type of reaction. It is in organic chemistry also, it is in inorganic chemistry also, and physical chemistry we are studying scientifically. With principles we are studying this redox chemistry. The name itself says reduction as well as oxidation. So what is the meaning of reduction? What is the meaning of oxidation? Here, conceptual study is important. Conceptual approach, descriptive approach, subjective approach, objective approach, different approaches remains while what studying. About redox chemistry, conceptual approach is important. Suppose if you are one more student has asked the question regarding the oxidation state C. It is again related to the redox chemistry. So such basic fundas if you know, and if you know what is in reduction, what is in oxidation, why those many electrons are lost or gained, how to balance that redox reaction, then the concept will be the same. Again, the name came, concept. Redox chemistry is dealing with the concept. Even while preparing the different solutions, for example, potassium dichromate or potassium permanganate, these are oxidizing agents. While preparing their solutions, we think about the equivalent weight. So what that equivalent weight is, again, redox chemistry clear to you, then you will understand how we prepare the various solutions. And in practice, we perform the titration. If you want to know the interesting example of the redox chemistry, then if you see here and there the steel or iron material, if it gets rusting, or redox chemistry is there. Even the breathing, respiration that we do, inhale or exhale, redox chemistry is involved in that. So redox chemistry is also one of the very important aspect of the chemistry with scientific approach. Why that reaction will occur? To how much extent that reaction will occur? Whether it will be the oxidizing agent or reducing agent. Can it behave like both oxidizing as well as reducing? All those detailed studies are there, and I am going to deal with the redox chemistry. It is there in your syllabus. So there we will discuss that in detail. But shortly, concepts if you remain with what is reduction, what is oxidation, what is meant by the oxidation state, what is meant by the disproportionation, what is meant by the Gibbs free energy chain. See, physical chemistry is coming there. Yes, Gibbs free energy chain is applicable. It's a thermodynamic aspects are there. Those gives us the explanation for that reaction. Means if any person is behaving, means a behavior logic of any person we can explain, no? We try to explain why that person might have behaved in that way. Likewise, why that chemical behaved in that way, we can answer by means of thermodynamics. Yes, so it is related to the concept, and stepwise we are going to study that. Yes, who had asked this question about redox chemistry?
Shardul Naik, sir.
Shardul, did you get the answer at least partly?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good, Shardul. Thank you.
Thank you,
now,
sir.
Fifth question is regarding polymerization, and it is a very vital part of our now life. Polymerization had changed the industry, changed the approach of the chemistry. And about polymerization, I tell to you, NCL, National Chemical Laboratory, Pune, in India, they have strong reputation or worldwide recognition is there. They are with catalyst. Polymerization means without catalyst you can't consider that. And that catalyst helps us to manufacture the desired product at less cost. Means in proper budget, affordable budget. Polythene. I'm not saying polythene is the only polymer. Many polymers are there. Polymers from other, even we will take a rubber or that aeroplane tires, silicones, inorganic polymers also do what remain. So polymerization is one of the interesting part. If you see the ICT, Institute of Chemical Technology, you might have been knowing, your friends might have taken admission in the ICT for engineering. If you know anybody, or just go on the website, you will come to know. Institute of Chemical Technology, ICT Matunga. It is a well-reputed institute in Maharashtra, and brilliant student, talented student, means those who scored in that your CT examination 98%, 99%, they prefer ICT. Topmost institute in the India for such applied engineering concepts. Polymerization is one of the area which is discussed there in that institution. Polymerization, engineering is there. By the way, after your B.Sc, for MSc you can go there in the polymerization. Polymerization only area is there where you can do MSc in polymerization at what? The Institute of Chemical Technology, Matunga. It is an applied field. Polymerization is applied field. Means industry from earning point of view. Means those are the growing industries. So those who get appointed there, they also get a good kind of the package. It is a very interesting field. And polymerization in inorganic chemistry also is included in your syllabus, but not at FI level. At later studies, at polymerization is included. And organic chemistry, various reactions are there. You come across what the polymerization. But polymerization is a very, very important aspect of the applied chemistry, and that is related to catalyst, and wide scope is there for research also and application also. Yes, is that fifth question clear? Who had asked this question? You forgot who was with that question? Okay, now when I'll put the recording of this lecture, you can go through that, then you will come to know somebody might have asked this question. Tanay, yes, Tanay, did you get the at least part of the answer? Yes, Tanay had replied there. Now the sixth question that I am discussing, that is regarding the hybridization. SP, SP2, SP3, SP3D, SP3D2, SP2D2. Interesting kind of hybridations are there. Hybridization is a mixing and recasting of the orbitals. Means first you should know what are the orbitals, what are their energy levels, and why that hybridization undergoes. Hybridization happens. Hybridization actually it is a platform to form the new molecule, to undergo the reaction, to describe the structure. It is a very interesting thing. For hybridization, that central atom who undergoes hybridization should invest some kind of energy, and that atom invests the energy, and then what result happens, no? That remains very fantastic, and therefore that hybridization occurs. Otherwise, hybridization from energetic point of view, it is not favorable. Again, it is a conceptual aspect, hybridization. You should know the basic of that. Then because of that, hybridization learning, you could able to explain the molecules. You could describe the theoretical chemistry. You could understand the various theories. That's the importance of the hybridization. As like now you are studying, you are paying proper attention. When the study grows, when many reaction comes, then your reaction remains different one. Even though you study. Why? Actually, general point of view I'm saying, you may be the exception for that. Student wants, it is better not to study. Now see, just you observe now, question that I asked, how were you eager to ask the question? 1, 2, 3 students were there. Those are exceptional. But majority students not willingly interested. Then I went on asking. Then 95% of you replied. And then further 2 students were there. Then I called them. They went out of the range. Probably, maybe because of actual range they're not here. Means actual, not range, they are not here. Or maybe in spite of asking the question, it is better to leave the lecture. Because also they might have went. I don't know exact reason. Let any reason maybe. Despite of all these difficulties, despite of all these problems, despite of all these no interesting things, you are investing your energy. You are working here to learn. Why? Because you hope and you expect that after doing this all, future is bright. You will make your life. You will get happiness. You will get satisfaction. You will get stability. For that, you are spending time. You are investing money. You are learning too many things. Hybridization also likewise. Hybridization actually is a not energetically favorable thing. But investment in hybridization gives a good result. Means energy that atom has to spend, has to invest. But result remains multiple times good. And because of that, the central atom undergoes hybridization. So different theories of hybridization that you will want to learn. At second year, I will teach you in detail this hybridization concept. But for organic chemistry, maybe in the 12th standard only you have studied sp, sp2, sp3. It is very important to understand reaction mechanism. sp2 means planar, sp3 means tetrahedral arrangement, sp means what? Linear. So for that imagination point of view, it is necessary. So this hybridization is such a concept where imagination and application comes to your help. Yes, who was with this question of hybridization?
Manthan Duri, sir.
Manthan, at least part of your question I answered.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Manthan, thank you. We will discuss in detail. Suppose if further problem comes, no, you are free to ask. I am here only for you, but you should be interested. Okay, fine. Now I come to the seventh question. Is organic chemistry easy? See, here we commit a mistake. Easiness and difficultness depends upon self. How am I? Accordingly, the things will be there easy or difficult. Playing badminton or playing kabaddi is easy or difficult, or playing boxing easy or difficult, then one will say, no, boxing is not a game. This injury occurs. So, and too much adventurous mentality is what necessary. So boxing is not a good game. So I do not like boxing, like as you say. And those who are the player of the boxing, ask them, is boxing easy or difficult? Then they will say, easiness and difficulty, nothing remains in life. No any aspect is easy or difficult. That we make it easy or difficult. Subject remains as it is. Therefore, I give an example of the boxing. And if simply ask about the badminton, badminton is easy. Okay, shuttle we can see, we can put. Okay, the what badminton your understanding of badminton and understanding of P.V. Sindhu's regarding badminton is drastically different. So what you are thinking easy, from P.V. Sindhu's point of view, you are not playing at all. Though it is easy, then what's the concept of easy actually? Students, are you following what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Other students are answering. So
Yes,
easy
sir.
or difficult, don't get indulged in that issue. Go on working, difficult thing you will make it easy. One example I give it to you. Have you heard the bitter gourd vegetable? Bitter gourd.
Yeah.
It is interesting, delicious dish, bitter gourd. Do you like bitter gourd to eat?
No.
Do you like bitter gourd to eat? Shardul?
No.
No. Okay. Other answer? I want other answers also.
Yes, sir.
By Vaibhavi likes. Other, at least one more answer. Yes, Sridhar.
No, sir. Mostly no, sir.
See, yes, no. All answers are coming. Mostly no, you are saying. Natural point of view, bitter taste, nobody likes. But there are ample of examples. They eat bitter gourd with interest. There are people. Do you agree with me? What is my statement? There are the people, they say bitter gourd vegetable they do like. Is it the bitter gourd likable thing? Can anybody like bitter gourd? Yes, because liking and disliking is our psychological aspect. We made it easy or we made it difficult. We made it good or we made it bad. The thing remains as it is. If it is needed, we can do that thing as a challenge, as a thrill, as an adventure, and we can make it interesting. So making interest and losing interest is psychological approach, completely psychological approach. The thing remains as it is. Naturally, I said example I had given a bitter taste. Bitter taste nobody likes, but as a challenge somebody takes that. And if you go on involving, you will find, oh, sweetness is there in the bitterness. Is it true? Sweetness is there in the bitterness. Or you can say multiple or concentrated sweetness means it's a bitterness. Too much concentrated sugar, if you take out there, it will be bitter in taste. Students, are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Same is here about organic chemistry, physical chemistry, or the inorganic chemistry. Don't get indulged in that, because if you say organic chemistry, no, it is
Yes,
not so easy. Inorganic chemistry, periodic table, who will remember that? No, those names of those periodic tables, many foreigners are there. It is not easy. Physical chemistry, mathematical things are there, not easy. Your mentality is to hunt what is not easy. You have to think. I'm not saying that think what is easy as such. You go on working, I'm sure you will make it interesting. You will make it interesting. There are students who like mathematics. Really, practically they do like mathematics. And there are students, they say mathematics, I want to keep it aside. I don't like that. There are students, they hate biology. They don't like biology, biotic and those things are there. They do not like that. But there are students, they love biology, they like biology, they make it easy. Easy and difficultness is our psychological approaches. So don't get indulged in that thing, easy or difficult. My answer is that organic chemistry is not easy and not difficult. It is you that will make it easy or difficult, not neither I or not any other body. Yes. Who was with this question?
Mayuri Parab.
Mayuri, did you get the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very important question you have asked. Yes, whatever the answer I had given to Mayuri, other students also, are they understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and keep on changing your approaches. And for that, if problems are there, I am there. I will be happy to work for you as a coach or mentor. Okay, fine. Now, students, one more question that I take, and I think it is better that we have to conclude. Do you have next lecture now? After that, after this, do you have any lecture now?
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Algebra.
Which lecture is there? Oh, okay, math lecture is there. Okay, then I don't want to disturb others. Okay, students, I will discuss all these questions. I'll save this file, and next time I will discuss. Be present for the next lecture. I want to know the feedback from you. Today's lecture, for about last 50 minutes, we have engaged. I had engaged. Did you get something, some sense is developed or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Other students are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, students. I don't.
Got it, sir.
Now. Yes, thank you very much. Next time, remain present in time. We will have the further more discussion. I stop the recording here and I declare here today's session or today's lecture is over. This lecture I will upload on the YouTube, and link you will get there for today's lecture, and pattern I will tell next lecture. Yes, thank you very much. Quit now.